Zdravo! The topic of today's video is 10 most common verbs in Serbian language. This is not just some random list I came up with. To determine what are the most frequent verbs in Serbian, I used the Sketch engine. This is an electronic corpus of Serbian language that contains more than 470 million Serbian words, and where you can not only find frequency lists, but also collocations, antonyms, synonyms, and much more. I will leave the link for this cool online tool right below this video so you can check it out. Our GSS channel has made a short break from making these longer format YouTube videos, but we have a good reason for that. On January 11th, we will be launching a new self-study online course devoted to Serbian pronunciation. In this course, we will teach you how to pronounce all 30 letters and sounds in Serbian language, as well as how to stress Serbian words properly so that you can speak just like natives do. Check out our website for the link to the course on or after January 11th. A sada da se vratimo na temu. And now let's get back to our topic. 10 najčešćih glagola u srpskom jeziku. Prvi glagol je glagol jesam ili glagol biti. Just like with many other languages, the verb to be in Serbian is the fundamental verb which we use in many different situations. The verb jesam only has the present tense form. The verb biti is used in the past and in the future tense. For example, we can say ja sam dobro, ja sam bila dobro, ja ću biti dobro. Now, let's conjugate the verb jesam in the present tense. Ja sam, ti si, on, ona je. Mi smo, vi ste, oni, one su. Now, when we want to make the negative form of any verb in the present tense, all we need to do is add the particle ne to the verb. And these two words are written as separate words in the present tense. However, this is not the case with the verb jesam. Here we have the negation as one word only. Let's conjugate it. Ja nisam, ti nisi, on, ona nije. Mi nismo, vi niste, oni nisu. We only have 3 such verbs in the present tense in Serbian, and we will actually get to cover all of them in this video. Before we end with this first verb, jesam or biti, I will give you 3 sentences, and I will do this for each of the verbs in the video. One will be positive, one negative, and one question sentence. Ok, prva rečenica, potvrdna rečenica. Ja sam iz Srbije. Odrična rečenica. Ja nisam iz Nemačke. Upitna rečenica. Odakle si ti? We also prepared some grammar exercises on this topic, and these exercises are available in our newsletter. So if you want to receive our newsletter twice a month and it contains plenty of grammar exercises, sign up for the newsletter right below this video. Ok, idemo dalje. The next verb is the verb hteti, to want. This is a modal verb in Serbian language, which means it can never stand alone because it needs another verb to complete its meaning. This other verb can either be in infinitive or part of the construction da plus present tense. Let me give you some examples. Na primjer, ja hoću da pijem sok. Ili, ja sam htela da pijem sok. You see, when we want to express a different tense, the only verb that changes the tense is the modal verb. The other verb remains in the same form. Okay, now let's go back to the forms of the modal verb hteti in the present tense. In the present tense, we conjugate it as follows. Ja hoću, ti hoćeš, on, ona hoće. Mi hoćemo, vi hoćete, oni hoće. So what's unusual about this verb is that in the first person singular, it ends in u. This is not the typical ending for the verbs in the present tense in the first person singular. Typically, they end in m. Na primjer, ja jedem, ja pijem, ja idem. There are only two verbs in Serbian language which have the ending u. Ja hoću i ja mogu. Both of these verbs we will cover in this video. Another unusual thing about the verb hteti is that its negative form, just like with the verb jesam, is only one word. Na primjer, ja neću, ti nećeš, on neće. Mi nećemo, vi nećete, oni neće. Let's look at some examples with this verb. So, potvrdna rečenica. Ja hoću da jedem jabuke. Odrična rečenica. Ja neću da jedem kruške. Upitna rečenica. Koliko jabuka hoćeš da kupim? I vreme je za treći glagol, glagol moći, which means can or be able to. This is also a modal verb, so it doesn't stand alone in the sentence. Na primjer, ja mogu da govorim italijanski jezik. When we conjugate it, it goes as follows in the present tense. Ja mogu, ti možeš, on, ona može. Mi možemo, vi možete, oni mogu. As we said, just like the verb hteti, it has the irregular form in the first person singular because it ends in u. Ja mogu, unlike most other verbs in Serbian which end in m. A sada da pređemo na primere. Ja mogu da razumem italijanski. Ja ne mogu da razumem nemački. Koje jezike ti možeš da razumeš? Glagol broj 4 i broj 5. Imati, to have, nemati, to not have. Okay, as you already know, verbal negation in the present tense in Serbian language is formed by adding the particle ne to the verb, and these are written as two separate words. This is only not the case with three verbs in the Serbian language, two of which we already covered. Now it's time to cover the third verb, which we also write as one word in the present tense, and this is the verb nemati. Ja nemam, I don't have. The reason why nemati is a little bit different than the other two is that this merging of the particle ne with the verb is carried over through to the infinitive as well. So imati and nemati are fully separate infinitive forms. Okay, let's conjugate this verb in the present tense. Ja nemam, ti nemaš, on nema. Mi nemamo, vi nemate, oni nemaju. And the verb imati. Ja imam, ti imaš, on ima. Mi imamo, vi imate, oni imaju. Ok, spremni smo za primere. Ja imam brata. Ja nemam sestru. Da li ti imaš brata ili sestru? Glagol broj 6. Trebati. This verb is specific because it has two different meanings, which also have two different conjugations. The first meaning is should, and the second meaning is to need something. In this video, we will only focus on one of those meanings, and that is the meaning of the verb trebati as should. What is cool about this verb in this context is that it doesn't change the form at all in the present tense. So when we conjugate it, it sounds like this. Ja treba, ti treba. On, ona treba. Mi treba, vi treba. Oni treba. So this probably makes it the easiest verb in Serbian language. This is also a modal verb, pa da čujemo primjere. Ja treba da spremim stan. Ona ne treba da uči. Šta ti treba da uradiš danas? The verbs 7 and 8, reći i kazati, which both mean to say. The verb reći is almost never used in the present tense. Instead, we use the verb kazati. Ja kažem, ti kažeš, on, ona kaže. Mi kažemo, vi kažete, oni kažu. The verb reći is more common in the past and future tense. Na primjer, nisam ti rekla koga sam vidjela juče. Ili, reći ću ti nešto važno sutra. And now let's see 3 examples with the verb kazati. Ljudi kažu da je ovo najbolji restoran u gradu. on nikada ne kaže šta tačno misli. Šta kažeš? Da li ti se sviđa moja majica? Verb number 9. Znati. To know. Ja znam, ti znaš, on, ona zna. Mi znamo, vi znate, oni, one znaju. Primjeri. Ja znam odgovor na to pitanje. Ja ne znam kako da kuvam. Koji instrument ti znaš da sviraš? And the last verb is verb morati. Must or have to. Ja moram, ti moraš, on, ona mora. Mi moramo, vi morate, oni, one moraju. This is also a modal verb in Serbian language, so it means that it's always accompanied by another verb. Na primjer, ja moram da radim danas. Vi ne morate da trčite. Gde ona mora da ide? I to je sve. And that's all. If you like this video, please don't forget to click on that like and subscribe button. Also, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter where you will find exercises for this video. Čujemo se. Hvala!